Welcome. I am Ava from WNBA Trending. Today's top story celebrates a major moment in women's basketball history as Caitlin Clark has been honored as a member of the Associated Press 50th Anniversary First Team. The Associated Press, commemorating 50 years since it began ranking women's college basketball teams, selected the most outstanding players of the past half-century. The list recognizes athletes whose college careers changed the game forever, and Caitlin Clark's inclusion among legends highlights the impact she has had on the sport. The Associated Press formed a panel of coaches, journalists, and former players to select the all-time teams. After reviewing decades of performances, records, and influence, the panel unveiled a first team of 5 players who represent the pinnacle of women's college basketball excellence. Joining Caitlin Clark on this elite list are Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart from the University of Connecticut, Candace Parker from Tennessee, and Cheryl Miller from USC. Each of these women left an unforgettable mark on college basketball, redefining greatness in their own eras. The second team features Sue Bird, Maya Moore, Dawn Staley, Shameik Holdsclaw, and Lucia Harris, another group of icons whose college careers were equally impressive. The panel emphasized that the selection was based purely on college careers, not professional achievements. This rule made the process even more challenging, as so many of these players went on to become WNBA superstars and global ambassadors for the sport. Still, the focus remained clear: celebrate the greatest collegiate performers of the last 50 years. Caitlin Clark's inclusion is particularly remarkable because she represents the modern era of basketball. While the others on the first team have retired from college competition years ago, Clark's journey at Iowa concluded only recently. Her career from 2020 to 2024 not only produced record-breaking numbers, but also transformed how audiences view women's basketball. She became a phenomenon, filling arenas, shattering TV ratings, and inspiring a new generation of fans and athletes. During her 4-year career with the Iowa Hawkeyes, Clark scored 3,951 points, making her the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I history, men's or women's. She became the first player ever to surpass the 3,900-point mark, leaving behind legends like Pete Maravich and Kelsey Plum. But her legacy extends beyond scoring. Clark's ability to orchestrate an offense, make impossible passes, and hit long-distance shots consistently made her one of the most exciting players in the nation. Her averages were staggering: over 31 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds per game in her senior season alone. Clark's charisma, confidence, and leadership turned the Iowa Hawkeyes into a national powerhouse. She led Iowa to back-to-back Final Four appearances and to the national championship game, an achievement that solidified her status as one of the most dominant players in modern history. Even without winning an NCAA championship, her influence is unmatched. She became the face of women's college basketball, bringing unprecedented attention and commercial success to the sport. The Associated Press panel recognized these contributions when choosing her for the first team. According to several members of the selection committee, Clark's combination of statistical dominance, leadership, and cultural impact made her impossible to overlook. They described her as a player who elevated the entire game, a phrase that reflects how her presence transcended basketball itself. Reaction to the announcement was swift and widespread. Fans across social media celebrated the honor, with many calling it well-deserved. Commentators praised the AP for including a modern player alongside legends from past decades. Yet, as with any all-time list, there was some debate. Some questioned whether Clark should rank above Maya Moore, who won 2 national championships at UConn and was known for her clutch performances. Others noted that Clark was the only player on the first team who did not win a national title. Still, the panel stood firm in its decision, emphasizing that greatness is not defined by trophies alone. What sets Caitlin Clark apart is how she changed the perception of women's basketball. Her games consistently drew sold-out crowds, her jersey sales broke records, and her televised appearances attracted millions of viewers. Her style of play, deep three-pointers, flashy assists, and fearless competitiveness, captured the imagination of fans around the world. The AP recognition confirms what many already believed: Caitlin Clark's college career belongs in the same conversation as the greatest of all time. The other members of the first team represent a who's who of women's basketball history. Diana Taurasi, widely regarded as one of the best players ever, led UConn to 3 national championships and earned multiple Player of the Year awards. Breanna Stewart followed that legacy with 4 national titles and 2 Naismith Awards, becoming one of the most dominant forwards in college history. Candace Parker revolutionized the women's game at Tennessee under coach Pat Summitt, combining power, finesse, and intelligence to win 2 national titles and back-to-back Wooden Awards. Cheryl Miller, the face of USC's dominance in the 1980s, set the early standard for excellence and remains one of the most influential athletes in the history of women's sports. For Caitlin Clark to be mentioned among these legends is a testament to how much she accomplished in just 4 years. Many analysts believe that her career helped usher in a new golden age of women's basketball, one defined by entertainment, athleticism, and equality in recognition. Her record-breaking performances made women's college basketball must-watch television, and her impact continues as she transitions to her professional career in the WNBA. Since being drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever, Clark has continued to carry the torch for women's basketball, drawing crowds and media attention wherever she plays. Her AP honor now connects her professional career to the historical foundation of the sport. It's a reminder that while the future of women's basketball looks bright, it's built on decades of excellence from those who came before, and Clark is now officially part of that lineage. The Associated Press 50th anniversary celebration marks more than just an all-time list. It's a reflection of progress, legacy, and the evolution of women's basketball. From the early pioneers like Lucia Harris and Cheryl Miller to the modern icons like Taurasi, Parker, Stewart, and Clark, the sport has grown into a global phenomenon. The selection committee's decision to include Caitlin Clark on the first team sends a powerful message that greatness is timeless and influence matters as much as statistics. Caitlin Clark's story is still being written. Her college legacy is secure, her professional journey has only begun, and her name now stands beside the legends who define the past 50 years. As the AP list reminds us, every generation has its icons, and Caitlin Clark has already earned her place among them. This is Ava from WNBA Trending. Stay tuned for more updates, stories, and insights from the world of women's basketball, where history is being made every day.